I give thanks to God for this opportunity, and I give glory to God, who myself dedicatedly am a sinner who enjoys my sins. So God comes first. We have constant negotiations about the level of my sins, but I'm a man of God. I also want to give thanks to His Excellency the President for this opportunity to serve my country, the country that gives me my identity, the country that I love with all my heart. And I am going to serve this country with integrity, dedication, and purpose. We're going to build on what has already been built, and we are going to turn what is already in place here into an even more efficient and better machinery to speak for this country. I pay tribute to Mr. Ofono Opndo, who I have known for many years. He has been a true champion, a true fountain of knowledge, and I wish him the very best in his next endeavor. And I also want to say thank you to Obed. Obed has worked very hard. And I know, we are going to continue working together, Obed. I appreciate your support as we transition, and I look forward to working with you for many more years. This is not just a mere change of guards. This is a fundamental change. It's not business as usual. If for nothing else, then because Uganda is at an inflection point, and the story we tell about our country and how we tell the story will shape the decade ahead. Uganda has ambitions, tenfold growth, which is a real, bold, audacious ambition, but one that is achievable, and that one that is also time sensitive. 4 transformative sectors driving national vision to a $500 billion budget by 2040. Agro-industrialization, tourism, mineral development, science and technology, and innovation. A vision this powerful demands communication that is equally what? Powerful. So citizens in this country, from Moroto to Chiriandongo to Kisoro, must understand and believe in this plan. This is not a PR exercise. Government communication is not a PR exercise. It is nation building. And this has to be taken very seriously. And my appeal to whoever is responsible for giving us money as the media center, let us stop playing games. We need money. And Madam PS, I appreciate you very much because you've been supportive and we've had these constant conversations. We don't want to be begging you for money. We need this money. We need the money so that we can do the work we're supposed to do. So please make sure that the media center is prioritized. We have a lot of work to do. We have the competence and we are going to do the work. We want to see a government that speaks with one voice, because fragmented messaging is not just inefficient, but it also erodes public trust, which we cannot afford to have. And when we have competing voices from different MDAs, that undermines the credibility of the government, and that is an issue that we're going to address. And our immediate priority is going to make sure that we streamline and unify government communication across ministries, departments, and agencies. In addition, we're going to establish a coherent, coordinated national narrative. One voice is not about uniformity. It's about coherence, being heard, being understood. It's about trust. It's about impact. And when the government speaks with clarity, we all know that citizens will respond with confidence. Are we still together? What is all good way to do? Yeah? All right. Now, immediately we are going to convene stakeholder forums to reach out to people. We want to upskill government communication officers, and I'm glad that the permanent secretary is aligned on this one and is very supportive. Build structured partnerships with the private sector, and if you are in the private sector and you'd like to partner with the media center, you have an opportunity to join us at the beginning of a great thing, because later, we might not have time for you. So come now in our days of humble beginnings, because we need your support. And also, we are going to align all our communication activity with a tenfold growth work plan. So the government has an interest in ensuring that we are fully supported. And also, we are going to engage our partners in the fourth estate. We are going to offer them training. We are going to offer them support. We are going to make sure that they are aligned and that they understand what the government is trying to do. And this is going to start almost immediately. There is no communication strategy, and believe me, I've built some castles in the air. Anybody who has met me in the course of the last few days knows that the ambition is huge. But we need, in order for us to succeed, we need resources. And we must speak plainly about the need for resources, Mr. Minister, and I thank you very much for your commitment to helping us mobilize those resources, because you've assured me personally that you're going to make sure that we get the money we need. And I have seen you ask for that money, so I'm very confident that the media center within no time will have the resources that it needs. We need to be sufficiently and predictably funded. These things of giving us piecemeal money should not really continue. Now, sometimes I forget that I'm now a government official and I need to be careful how I say these things. But for this one, I need to be honest. We need to be sure that we get the resources we need. They need to be predictable and they need to be sufficient. We need modern tools, we need modern infrastructure. Okay, I can't walk into a place like this and find one camera and a very tiny camera, no microphones, and we have to borrow and hire. We are trying to build a repository of government communication, government content that speaks to people. We will not do that without the equipment that we need. We want to make the media center the most efficiently run government communication service on the continent. Okay? So for us to do that, please give us the tools that we need. And if you're in if you are in the private sector, you have an opportunity to participate because you have a stake in the success of this country. We're going to invest in the professionalization of our colleagues, of my colleagues at the media center. Everybody is going to be reskilled, everybody is going to be retrained. All communication officers, with your permission, Madam Permanent Secretary, and your collaboration is going to be skilled and trained to make sure that they are doing a thorough job, especially in as far as communicating the government agenda is concerned. We will defend this country. We will make it incredibly dangerous to attack this country. Not in a bad, violent way, but you know, we love our country. We believe in this country and we are going to make sure we defend it. There are amazing things happening here. The problem has always been the way the story of this country is told. We are not interested in politics. The political season has ended. We now want to focus on development. We want to focus on putting money in people's pockets. We want to show young people where the opportunities lie. We want to talk to people about how to put money in their pockets. We are interested in stomach infrastructure. How do you make sure that you're properly fed, that your family is looked after? Those are the conversations we want to do, because all these opportunities exist in this country. It's just that they are rarely talked about. One government, one voice, moving forward together. That is our philosophy, that's our ethos, and that's how we shall be working. The collective effort lays the foundation for Uganda's tenfold transformation. And this center, the Uganda Media Center, is the engine room for that story. We go to work now for God and my country.
With Alan's intervention, I believe I'm audible. I hope. The Honorable Minister for the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Honorable Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, the incoming Executive Director, Mr. Alan Kasujja, the outgoing Acting Executive Director, Mr. Obed Kambisha Katurere, the heads of department and staff of the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance and the Uganda Media Center, the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. We are gathered here today for an important moment in the life of the Uganda Media Center and the broader communication function of the government of Uganda, as well as Uganda as a country. You know, today communication does not only stop at government side, but it is also, communication for the whole country. The image that we put out there of what Uganda is a responsibility of not only government, but the citizens of Uganda as well. This is more than an administrative transition. It reflects a shift in leadership at a time when public communication matters more than ever. Today, we are not dealing with only public, traditional communication, but we are dealing with communication that is emerging and evolving, driven by the emerging trends and technology that we should embrace. I wish to most sincerely thank His Excellency the President for the appointment of Mr. Alan Kasujja as Executive Director. This appointment brings deep expertise in a role that is central to our national narrative. I also extend my gratitude to you, Honorable Minister, for the leadership, strategic guidance that you continue to provide to our Ministry of ICT and National Guidance amidst the challenges that we face, especially with the financial, resources, but we still keep going. As we usher in a new era, we must also pause to honor the foundation laid by now Honorable Ofono Opndo. For 13 years, he served as Executive Director of the Uganda Media Cantre with unwavering dedication. Dedication in very limited and constrained resources. I think today where Alan, you have found Media Cantre, where you say there are limited resources, I think you should ask what limited really, implies, because that is the circumstance and environment within which we are working. His voice was a constant in our national discourse, and his leadership through various transitions has been instrumental to Media Centre's growth. I also wish to extend our warmest congratulations to Mr. Ofono Opndo. It's unfortunate he wouldn't be here with us today, but we congratulate him on his recent victory of winning an election unopposed as a Member of Parliament, which is a testament to the trust and confidence that his constituents have in his leadership. We wish him the very best as he takes his experience to Parliament. We refer to you media people, call it the August House. So we wish him good luck in that. Now to the outgoing acting ED. I want to acknowledge Mr. Obed Kamgisha Katurebe for his service as acting Executive Director since 24th April 2025. Holding an institution steady during a transition requires commitment, it requires patience, it requires firm leadership, and we appreciate the professional role that you have played over this period. And of course, it came at a time when, we were in election period and all this, so it required to have a firm person in that place, and well done. Mr. Kasujja Alan, you have a lot of experience in journalism, and public communication is valuable because today government communication goes beyond issuing statements. It is about building credibility, which you have attested to that you're going to deliver. It is about responding in real time and being digitally confident and competent. And you also have to have a certain level of emotional intelligence, isn't it? Because we've seen people who have, messed up the image of this country, especially the young people, that, as we've said, Uganda Media Centre's responsibility and government is not only public communication, but also, and public communication on behalf of government, but also engaging the public on how to do it, best. So the information space has evolved. News breaks quickly on social media, and public perception forms just as fast. As a Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, we are advancing Uganda's digital transformation agenda. But access alone is not enough. If people are connected but not well informed, we have more work to do. The Uganda Media Cantre is the bridge between information, technology, and public engagement. And with your ambitious plans of realizing this, I am confident that we shall effectively and efficiently communicate for government with one voice. I have, I've been with Alan for, I made him start working before the handover. And I was telling him, here we work even before you get your formal appointment. So he has been really working at it. And I believe that with that kind of spirit, now that the instruments are here, you're actually going to give it your all. As I conclude, to the staff of Uganda Media Center and to the media, because Uganda Media Center is interfaces with the media on a daily, I encourage you to support the new executive director and to work together with a shared sense of purpose. Communication is not a support function, but it is a core part of governance that strengthens public confidence. So for those who are wondering, how is it going to be? Some people sometimes say, new era, new management, old management, but let us work in unison with the fact that we are shooting in one goal and serving the government of Uganda on behalf of our citizens. Now, Mr. Kasujja, we wish you every success in this new role and count on us for support in order to ensure that we deliver on what our mandate is. And I say all this for God and my country.
Yateekako enkola ey'okulaba nti the radios beere nyingi, the TVs nyingi, empapula z'amawulire, kati waliwo nerya social media n'emitimbagano ey'enjawulo. Naye tusanze nti twabeerawo n'ekiteeso mu cabinet. Tugamba nti oluusi twa expandinga nnyo ng'amaradio. Tusanga nti waliwo radios ezimu netwaweereza license naye tezisobola okukola omulimu omutuufu. Nti waliwo bannannyini maradio tebasobola n'okusasula abakozi. Kubanga tulina radios nga 320 ezirina license mu Uganda. Cabinet nereeta ekirowoozo nti ndemu tutunulemu mu maradio gaffe, gabe nti oba waliwo amaradio gatasobola okulaninga bulungi oba kyetaagibwa tusobola okugakendeeza.